You're paying someone on your team to do email marketing, and either it's not getting done or it's getting done badly. And you keep asking yourself, should I just outsource this? I'm Charles Clayton. I have 15 years building email systems for Fortune 500 companies. Let me help you figure this out. Here's what's happening. Email got complicated. It's not just send a newsletter anymore, and your teams got thinner. The same person who used to only do email is also now running ads, managing your CRM, and trying to prove ROI on everything. Something's got to give, and usually it's email. Here's what I see all the time. Market leader says, Charles, should we outsource email? And I ask, what's it costing you right now? They can't answer. They know it's not working, but they don't know what it's actually costing them. So before you outsource, you need to figure out what you're actually trying to solve. Because if you're outsourcing without knowing the problem, you're just paying someone else to execute the same broken strategy. That's not a solution. That's expensive. Let me show you the evaluation. All right, 5 days, 1 decision per day. By Friday, you'll know whether to keep email in-house or to outsource it. Let me walk you through it. Monday, we're going to face reality. So pull your email data from the last 90 days. How many emails went out? What's your open rate, click-through rate, unsubscribe rate? How many sequences are running right now? Not how many did you build once. How many are live? And how much time does your team spend on email every week? Write it down. Here's what you're looking for. Suppose you're spending 10 hours a week on email and results are bad. That's a capacity problem. Your team does not have the bandwidth. If you're spending 2 hours a week and results are bad, that's a priority problem. Email's not important enough to do well. Different problems, different solutions. Okay, Monday's done. 1 hour, let's move on. On Tuesday, we're going to define success. We're going to figure out what you actually want your emails to do. Not generate leads, that's way too vague. Need to be specific. Do you want email to wake up dormant accounts? Do you want them to turn trial users into paying customers? Do you want them to drive upsells? Pick your top 3 goals here and write them down. Then ask, do we have what we need to hit those goals? If the answer is no, you've got a build problem. Listen, you can't outsource something if you don't know what success looks like. An agency can't help you if you say, make email better. You need to know what better means. 3 goals, 3 metrics, that's it. Tuesday's done. Wednesday, calculate the true cost. Get real about what emails actually cost to you, not just your platform cost. I mean, the full cost. How much are you paying the person who's responsible for email? Let's say they spend 20% of their time on it. That's 20% of their salary. Then add platform cost, add design tools, add freelancers, write all that down. That's your direct cost. And now here's what most people miss. The cost of doing email badly is usually 3 to 5 times higher than what you're spending. Here's what I mean. Suppose you've got 50,000 people on your list. Industry average for email is about $36 for every dollar you spend. So if your program is underperforming because your team doesn't have time to do it right, you're leaving 6 figures on the table every single year. That's not guessing, that's math. So Wednesday, write down 2 numbers. Direct cost, that's what you're spending now, and opportunity cost. What you're losing by not doing it well. Add them up, that's what email's really costing you. All right, Wednesday is done. Thursday, we want an honest capability check here. We want to be honest about whether your team can actually do this at a high level. Here's the test. If you had another 10 hours a week for email, could your team run a world-class program? Not eventually, I mean right now. Can they build multi-step sequences? Can they write copy that converts? Can they manage deliverability? Can they set up tracking so you know what's working? If yes, your problem is capacity. You need to free up time or add an additional person. If the answer is no, your problem is capability. That means you need someone who knows how to do this. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Most teams are really good at some things and average at others. You might have someone great at demand gen, but average at email. That's normal. The question is, do you want to train them up or bring in an expert? Neither answer is wrong, but you have to pick one, all right? Thursday's done. Friday's decision day. You've got the data, you know what success looks like, you know what it's costing, you know your team's capability. Now you decide, here's how I think about it. Keep it in-house if you have someone who's good at email and wants to own it. You have bandwidth to execute consistently. Your needs are straightforward. you want full control. Outsource if your team is maxed out and email keeps getting pushed down. You need expertise you don't have and don't want to spend 6 months building. You need consistent execution without managing it daily. You're okay with less control in exchange for better results. And now here's what nobody tells you. You can do both, actually. Keep strategy in-house, outsource execution. That's what smart companies are doing in 2026. They're not outsourcing their thinking, they're outsourcing their actual doing. You own the roadmap, you own the goals, you own messaging, but you hand off the build, the testing, and technical work. That's a hybrid model, and it works. Whatever you decide, commit to it. The worst thing is committing to both. That's how you end up with bad email from an expensive agency or burned out team members doing too much. Pick a lane and go all in. Friday's done. You've made the call. All right, you decided. Now what? You keep it in-house? Block 2 hours this week. Build a 6-month roadmap. What sequences do you need? What campaigns are you running? What metrics matter? Get specific, make it real, commit the time. If you're outsourcing, let's define the scope. Don't just say we need help with email. Say we need someone to build the sequences, manage our newsletter, and handle list health. The more specific you are, the better partner you'll find. And listen, even if you outsource, you still own the strategy, you still review performance, you still give direction, you still provide context. Outsourcing doesn't mean you disappear, it means you partner. If you want help making the decision for your business, book a strategy call. Links in the description. We'll figure out what makes sense for your specific situation. All right. Next week, I'm breaking down the 4 email sequences every B2B company should have running by the end of Q1 2026. Welcome, sequence, trial, nurture, re-engagement, and upsell. The 4 that drive the most revenue. Now I'll show you how to build them out, even if you never built one before. I'm Charles Clayton. See you in the next one.